a world dominated by money, power struggles, greed, it's especially important for banks to do anything they can to stay competitive in today's economy. That includes fighting for the biggest cash deposits, the most customers, the best rates. Local banks, though, such as Mascoma Savings Bank, they know they can't compete with these bigger banks and their rates. So they rely on their customer service to get the new customers and keep the ones that they already have. For Mascoma Savings Bank, persuasion, communication technology, and presentations are vital and are the backbone of the company. Jason Rogers, who is the man I interviewed for this assignment, has been working for Mascoma for the past 10 years and is the manager at my local branch here in Bethel, Vermont for the past 2 years. So first of all, for persuasion, in Lucas's video, he mentioned that retail and persuasion go hand in hand, and that is exactly right. Jason being the branch manager, he is still considered retail. He still opens accounts for people, closes them out, takes in deposits, and does everything that a normal bank teller would, but he also manages. He also goes out on business calls, and what he does on those is he goes out to well-established customers of Mascoma, checks in with them, sees how they're doing, and tries to match them with one of our products that would best work for them. In preparation for this, he does some research, but a big part of it is him trying to sell these products to these people, listening to what they say, realizing what they need, and trying to match them up and make the bank more money. He told me the key was not to be persistent but persuasive. He said persistence can annoy the customer, and completely discourage them, turn them off, and you might even lose a customer that way. Another way, he said that he can relate to customers and help get on their level and be persuasive is CNN. When I asked him if there was a website that he uses commonly for a job, he thought about it, and that's what he said, CNN. Keeping up on up-to-date current news updates has helped him get many referrals, actually. I was at work just the other week, and he was in his office, which is 50 feet away from where I was working, and a customer came in and was concerned about their house and about how he felt under the Trump administration that the housing market was going to collapse, and he was worried he was going to be stuck here and never be able to leave. Jason heard that from his office. He's kept very up to date on the Trump administration and all the drama that's ensued, and struck up a conversation with the guy about it, try to feel the waters, figured out what he was feeling, and offered to try to get him to refinance his mortgage through our bank, sent a referral in. About a week and a half later, we had a new mortgage loan that was out for this customer, which can bring in hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars for the bank, all because he was listening to the news. Persuasion is a vital part for Mascoma Savings Bank, but one that is literally the backbone of everything that goes on in that bank is communication technology. The bank doesn't run without it. When I interviewed Jason, he was actually working on Saturday at our drive-up branch here in Bethel, and a customer came in with a credit card, and they wanted a cash advance. Pretty simple procedure. They wanted thousands of dollars back on this said cash advance. And Jay remembered from a couple years ago when he was still a teller that there was limits and restrictions to what he could and couldn't do for cash advances. But he didn't remember them. It was years ago. What do? He made a phone call to someone that would know, had the question answered in 20 seconds, ended up working not in favor for the customer, but ended up saving the bank from potentially losing thousands of dollars that it should have been giving out. So in that instance, communication technology saved the day and was completely important, and we could have lost a bunch of money without it. I also asked him what method of communication is his favorite, or if he thinks one is best, or whatever is preferred. He told me it depends on the situation. In that case, phone call was a must. So like he could drive down to our main office in Lebanon, ask the question, and come back and then help the customer. So in that instance, phone call was the obvious choice. For something more casual, or if he has an announcement to make, email is his preferred way. If he's on a personal basis where the customer or person texting is his go-to. But anything business related, he said in person is the only way you can really be successful. He said catching some of the things, people's reactions to things you say, their tones you can't always catch on the phone. He said those things can really make a difference. Also, Bethel is roughly 30 miles away from our main office in Lebanon, which is very much out of the way. So in order to stay in the loop and figure out how everything's running and to connect with other branches, to send money to different places, to buy money in when we're running low, communication technology is everything for this bank. In some occupations, presentations are not at the forefront of your mind or even required as a part of the job. For Mascoma, again, it's everything. According to Jason, he doesn't usually have to literally come up with a presentation and present it to someone. Rather, every day he has to present the different services the bank offers, or when he goes on his business calls, he has to present himself and the bank as likable and something that the person could work with and succeed with. Also, he has to present the different products that we offer. He has to be well knowledgeable on them. He's rehearsed for years, so he's got it all down pat. He says he's never been nervous for a presentation around here. He knows everyone. He grew up in the area. He's been around for over 30 years. He knows literally almost everyone that walks in that door. Some keys for success that he noted. He takes notes every single time he goes on a business call. He comes back. He writes down what they talked about, what worked, what didn't work, and what could possibly work for the next time. He analyzes their financial information that he has. He also asks anyone that's close to them or the business or the individual that would know what their financial situation is and could help point to certain indicators of what they can need. And also Red Bull. He strongly advised that Red Bull will work for really anything that you need is when it comes to presentations. It'll pick you right up and make you alert and ready to go. Not sure how much I believe in that, but he swears by it. There was one time he said that he was nervous. He had to present to the president and the vice president of the bank about the branch's success and how they were growing. There was a time where they thought about closing the Bethel branch because since it was such a small town, they weren't getting a lot of business, a lot of referrals. They thought about closing it. And Jason kind of had the responsibility of trying to say, this is why you shouldn't do that. Nerve-wracking because he could lose his job or be moved to a different branch. He was very nervous for this. He told me that what he did first was he set up the presentation in a way he could understand it, practice that. Then he redid it in a way that they would understand it and appreciate it. From there, he rehearsed it in any way and any chance that he could to anyone that would listen, and also drank a lot of Red Bull. It ended up being a great success, and Bethel is thriving now. A organization that he is part of is the White River Valley Chamber of Commerce. They are a small organization of businesses and managers in 11 towns throughout central Vermont. And ironically, they don't really use communication technologies as other places would. They thrive on one-to-one or face-to-face contact, but presentation and persuasion is everything for them. All you gotta do is go to their website and you can see that it's very well done, and their messages, they're trying to sell Central Vermont to people basically, and why people should live here, and why you can find a job here, why it's a great place to work, great place to live, great place to raise kids, families. And it's kind of hard to sell Bethel to someone. You got a gas station down the road, you got a Central Market, and a printing press. That's it. So they do a great job on the website of really presenting Central Vermont and these towns as likable and good places to live, and try to persuade people to come live in the area and join the Chamber of Commerce. In conclusion, Jason made it very apparent that the bank, though small, still uses some of the same universal concepts as other businesses would, such as persuasion, communication technology, and presentations. In fact, that he proved that they are vital, and the bank would not succeed or even function without them. So, even though we do live in a world overrun by money, greed and power struggles. At the end of the day, Mascoma Savings Bank and Jason Rogers, all they want to do is make sure that their customers and businesses are in the best position to succeed. Thank you.